Greetings. How is everybody? Everybody happy? Good deal. Good deal. Was there not supposed to be an angel anymore after last night? I saw two of them like, you're not supposed to be here. Well, it's what it is. Hey, you know what? there's a lot of situations that aren't supposed to be here. Anyway. you ask the question, you're like, the angel work I do is protection work, and that's fine. I'm all for that. I don't knock anyone that does the work. What I'm looking for is the others who have activated the other side of their brain. See, that was one of the most difficult parts with QHHT, was getting Mr. Stupid out of the way. Now, some QHHT practitioners, they don't like calling it Mr. Stupid, but that's the term that Dolores Cannon used, and she was the fucking boss. So, Mr. Stupid it is. And it's the key to an INFJ activating that other side of the brain for a crown activation. It's just what it is. They already utilize both sides of the brain simultaneously. If they just do the work to shield, call their energy back that's been siphoned, especially if they're a Pisces. How's my horse trainer? Give me a shout out. I know we got an INFJ Pisces horse trainer in the group. That's what it is. Expect things to get a lot stranger. I don't know. What was there really did they really try to sacrifice an Earth Angel back in 2022? And now they're upset that they're getting karma because what they tried last time didn't work again. They weren't able to manifest it again. Ouch. That can't be good. Yeah, I started thinking, I was like, if there's a list off of Kitty Diddle Island that's around that Earth Angel's energy, a list off of Kitty Diddy Island, makes you wonder, with all this angel magic going on, if the list disappeared, did everyone on the list disappear too? Strange thought. It's just what it is. However, thoughts control reality. Harmony and balance. And the emotional side of things. And yeah, I mean, I can understand everyone getting in their emotions, because that's going to be the thing is, a lot of this with karma especially is, it's okay when it was you, but when it's them, it's what it is. Then they play the victim. That's what narcissists do. They know, oh God, I'm the victim. And I mean, that would be the thing, is if you're getting karma, you're the victim of what you put out coming back to you. So that's what it is. God us all that is, angels, archangels, ascended masters, the divine white light has to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time, for myself as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. It's just what it is. I mean, when I hear readers talking about an earth angel with a legion of angels dishing out karma, what does that look like? I think it's an angelic Reiki master. It's what it is. And there's going to be a lot more of that energy of people wanting to fit in, because they've been looking for others that are like them. You're of the world, but not of the world, whatever they say. The thing is if you haven't had a QHHT session, you're generally not going to have an understanding of past lives, And it's in 117 countries. What's the difference between America and QHHT? 116 countries. Nothing happens by chance. Everything happens for a reason. There is no such thing as a coincidence. Everything is a co-created experience with the divine. So let's check in, shall we? It's just what it is. I mean, Pisces having to move in silence because they've been siphoning Pisces energy, trying to take Pisces spiritual protection. And now Pisces has called their energy back and stepped into their power. That's what it is. A lot of people aren't going to understand that. But wait a minute. We were living off of Pisces spiritual energy. We had all of Pisces spiritual protection. Now there's a big glitch in the matrix. Well, yeah, because you're supposed to generate your own energy. Cards in the upright? No, cool. We'll flip that around. What is the emotion on the situation? The change in consciousness. Congratulations. It's just what it is. Now, I can understand the whole aspect of the yin yang being in the cards. And being able to use it to control your energy. Now, and no, it's, what did I hear? I heard one of you say, you don't always have to be happy, but you can always be grateful. I agree. Always be grateful for what you got, because I mean, most of the time, every time, always start with gratitude and then watch the people try to take that shit from you. I mean, that's the truth that's going to be coming out. As I had another channel, when I hear these readers talking about a corrupt group of parasites trying to take credit for the Earth Angels' work. Yeah, most of it came off of another channel. And now they've all been, and there's a ton of them. There's tons of them. Okay, great. And they've all sworn themselves to secrecy as a corrupt group of parasites. Okay, great. Now they're getting karma. They wanted to take credit for the work. Cool. They can take credit for the natural disasters that came with it. It's karma. I can't do anything about that. They initiated or tuned into the wrong thing. I hear that there was, we got to sacrifice an Earth Angel to get into this special group. Oh shit, that comes with spirits and karma. We didn't know that. We didn't read the fine print. Lost everything in the process. Imagine that. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. Total devastation. And as sad as that is, I mean, it's what they wanted. What they wanted for another is what they wanted for themselves. It's what it is. And I mean, as we do this energy shift, and as we, shift into the new Earth, and we're leaving all that shit behind. You have to. It's called Those Left Behind for a reason. It's called prophecy. It's written in the stars. Yeah, it's called Those Left Behind for a reason. Vibrate higher. I don't know who put that out, but that was vibrate higher, vibrate higher, vibrate higher. I was like, yeah, there's levels of this shit. Oh, what happens when you get to, holy shit, he's glowing? Energy exchange. That's what it is. I mean, I do believe there for quite some time on this channel, I repeatedly said, I have a waterfall of energy. Every time I cut the cords and call my energy back, I can only call back my energy. I can only return to others what belongs to them. Look at that. I hear they tried to stop a divine union between an Earth Angel and the divine, and now everything's out of harmony and balance. When a reader says, that was the worst thing they could have ever done. Well, guess what they done? No worries. That's what it is. Can't do anything about that. It's just what it is. What do you expect when you incarnate on Earth and wake up as an Earth Angel, activate your light, and trigger a bunch of demons? What do you expect? What do you expect to happen? It just happens. It just happens. I'm talking about the light of the situation, Chokure, all right? So when you hear me say I dropped the Chokure symbol in source when I transcended consciousness with the Buddha, that's what I'm talking about. It's an activation symbol. What does it do? It acted the same way Dolores Cannon talked about crop circles activate us unconsciously, right? Activates our subconscious mind. You get codes, you get light codes from that. Same way you're getting light codes for me activating my light right here and getting healing. That's what it is. There goes the devil again. That's what it is. Boy, they're still at it, aren't they? And it's what it is. I mean, the greed aspect of getting in the way of all of this, trying to block out the sun. I mean, it's what it is. We've got nothing but a bunch of devil Capricorn energy wanting to talk about star seeds, earth angels, and that's your corrupt group of parasites. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that, right? Whatever they did in the background, what does harm no one mean? Okay, great. That's a them problem. That is a them and the whole group. And I already said that. Right? That they were going to curse themselves and all involved. Okay, great. How many creators? How many are in that group that are all pointing the finger, having chaos and calamity, catching karma? That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Light on the situation. Yeah, keep putting your heart into your work. That's what it is. We have to keep building, just like everyone. You know who really has to keep building? New Mexico. Who else? The Camp Mystic. And it's what it is. That energy alone is as shocking as it gets, because when I hear before it happens, and I didn't even know, I just thought Camp Mystic was a cool name. I had no idea that was a camp for the richest bloodline's children. Okay, well, that was the energy that was in the cards a week ago. Was that they had, someone had sacrificed, they put their child up for collateral. They put their child up for collateral for a sacrifice. And then what do we get? A whole bunch of kids missing out of Camp Mystic. Go figure. It's what it is. So, I mean, you ladies were right. However, putting up one child as collateral, no. That whole camp of children got taken out. That's what it is. These people are playing with things that they have absolutely no business playing with. That's what it is. Keep putting your heart into your work, ladies. That's what it is. Taking your power back. Pisces. These are generally for. I can't talk about fucking anything except Pisces and INFJ. Period. Personality type. Mind, body, and soul. That's what it is. I mean, fucking everyone's welcome. No one's any different than anyone else. But the underdog always wins. Cool. Pisces has lived every sign on the zodiac. That's what it is. They're the seniors. Go seniors. INFJ, 1 to 2% of the human population, occurring 0.04% in males, and it changes as more and more people take the MBTI. Is the MBTI a perfected tool? But no, but it singles out 1 to 2% of the human population, only occurring 0.04% in males, and that's the underdog. They have the uncanny ability to mimic all of the other 15 personality types. Cool. So you got a Pisces that's lived every sign on the zodiac, and you got an INFJ that mimics fucking everyone. Okay, great. This is what it is. You got everyone covered with those 2 signs. Simple enough. It's not that hard. Here's my card. Higher consciousness. That's what it is. Now, someone asked me last night about, in the comments, you had said something. Let me recant about the thing about a birth chart. And it's what it is. I mean, you're going to have a lot of people say, for this specific reason right here, don't share your birth chart, because the opposition does everything they can, right, to get into your birth chart. They wouldn't figure, because they want to do blocks. Okay, cool. So if your life path 8, karma, earth angel, right, 8, that's the house of death to the sun. Cool. So that makes you the healer. Right? What happens when you attack the healer? Death. This is what it is. I can't do anything about that. We told them. When that life path 8, karma, earth angel, pops into your reality, it is a lesson or a blessing with karma or dharma tenfold. They picked karma. That's what it is. What they put out went right back on them. I can't do anything about that. And use magic at that. That's the thing that we're just not going to be able to get over. We'll never be able to escape that. They used magic on the earth angel. Yeah, it's the dumbest shit they could have ever possibly done. We don't believe in magic. Yeah, well, the ones who do know what's up. So it's what it is. You don't believe, and we know what's up. So there's an opposition there. We don't believe in that shit. Yeah, well, we know what's going on. You have fucking and we know what's going on. It's simple enough. Bunch of frenemies. That's what it is, right? And we already know they will be looking for someone to blame. Cool, go blame everybody on that on that kitty ditty island list that doesn't exist anymore. That's what it is. That's who you blame. Everybody that's on that list. That's where your blame goes. You don't believe you want someone to blame? Cool. We don't believe you can't find that list. However, you can blame everyone on that joker. Look at that. Success. Dancing with the Dragon. It is a full and complete success. That's what it is. Remove that negative energy. That's what it is. We have to remove the negative energy from their blessing blockers. They stole angel manifestations. They don't believe in angels, and now their lives are fucked. I can't do anything about that. That's what it is. I mean, when a reader says the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions, yes, for the trigger demons and the corrupt group of parasites, they came in and started, yes, what it is. We had pure heart. We were making investments to bring humanity their birthright, to offer QHHT, to get the word out there and the truth, to shed some love, light, and truth on the situation. Right? The good intentions, the best intentions for all. The opposition, it triggered their demons. Oh, cool. The pathway to hell for them is paved with our good intentions. They're not masters. They're karmics. I can't do anything about that. Karmics are always going to do karmic shit. Like try to sacrifice earth angels. The dumbest shit I ever heard of in my life. That's what it is. trying to sacrifice the divine did nothing more than sacrifice the divine in them. Imagine that. Nothing they ever do will grow again. That's what it is. I mean, you got to think there's a special place in the universe for people like that. It's what it is. It's what it is. You got to think, Dolores Cannon, out of thousands of sessions, hundreds of practitioners made daily, thousands of sessions. She never found a hell. Right? Cool. Well, we also don't know how the pyramids are made. That's what it is. You've got a bunch of trigger demons that have went so far down. They have descended so far down on the wheel of karma that it's what it is, being drugged down into the underworld. Okay, great. To me, that says if they wanted everlasting life on earth, they're going to reincarnate here again and again and again and again. Okay, great. What happens when the sun what happens when the place catches on fire? They're going to reincarnate here again and again and again and again. That's what it is. Right? We also didn't have the unseen world. That's one thing about QHHT. Even Julia Cannon. And she agrees with the Carl Jungian theory about autonomous elements escaping the psyche and presenting themselves in human form. Okay, great. There's magic involved in this. Right? Jinn magic at that. Right? Them summoning jinn. Ancient magic. They went to the depths of, oh shit, we shouldn't have done that. Yeah, forbidden magic. Great. Now unbelievable shit's happening on your planet. Yeah, sounds like they did something forbidden, doesn't it? That's what it is. Look at all those lies. Right? And then swore to secrecy. Okay, great. I can't do anything about that. People are willing to do anything for $1. Fucking ask them. Ask them. They're even willing to sell humans against their will at times. Maybe some are willing, maybe some aren't. Who knows? Take that kid to the island. You run into trouble with them in New Mexico. Hey, when you leave out of there, now they can dip the women in the deluge before they sell them. Ego. That's what it is. People operating out of their ego. Narcissists that do not give a shit who they hurt. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Now they're all self-reflecting. And what will we be looking at? Them playing the victim. Oh, look what's happened. No. Look what you did to yourself. That's what it is. Quit hitting yourself. Fucking bullies. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Right? And that's why we have the whole wartime energy. Cool. That's where the split happens. We are protected and they're in chaos and calamity. They can fight amongst themselves. Fucking no love. That's what it is. There is no love in that situation, and love always wins. Look at that. Flip some families upside down. Hey. That's what it is. Narcissists are now have to reflect that they had no love in the past and they have flipped families upside down. Okay? I agree. That's what it is. What do you do when a reader pulls out Pisces toxic X has the devil working through them and God said no? You take God saying no, the devil working through Pisces toxic X, and give that to all the daddies for Father's Day. That's them problem. It's not a me problem. It's what it is. Health is the concern. That's what it is. I mean, when you have 117 countries with practitioners that are getting miracles happening in their office every day, chances are you focus on the fucking miracle instead of the nightmare that they continuously keep you trapped in for more money, more money, more money. Yeah, we're not fighting that shit. Spirit says don't fight, let them burn themselves out. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about that. That's what it is. I mean, we get to go forward with new gifts, new abilities, spiritual protection, legion of angels protecting us into the new earth, while they get stuck with Hurricane Barbara, the Lake Isabella earthquake for Mother's Day, the devil working through Pisces toxic X for all the fathers for Father's Day. We have to leave that shit behind. Now we know where the problems were. Voodoo and shit. Oh yeah, it's all backfiring over there. That's their timeline. That's the voodoo backfire timeline. Everybody talks about reality transfer. Cool. The unalive magic. Yeah, they get to stick it. It's in their timeline. Right? What they put out goes back on them. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. So, y'all have a beautiful day. We'll do another reading later. Namaste.